very early age, and she studied all the Hindu scriptures and the philosophy of Bhakti directly from Sri Maharaj Ji. She became a sannyasi preacher in the year 1985, and since then she has been preaching, conducting seminars, intensives throughout the world in so many countries. So I request all of you to please listen to her discourse very attentively and kindly switch off your cell phone or put them in silence mode. If you have small children who cannot stay quiet during her 1 hour speech, I request you that you can move to the outside room where her lecture will be broadcast live on TV. Now, as a token of our respect to Didiji, I request Dr. Jyoti Mishra to offer her a garland.
लाल की Dear devotees, a very warm welcome to each one of you. Radhe Radhe everyone. Hare Bas? Haven't you had your breakfast in the morning? You're so low in your energy and sitting at Raseshwari Radharani Mandir at the lotus feet of Kishori Ji? Come on, man. शर्म लगता है राधे राधे बोलने में? फिर भी नहीं सब बोल रहे हैं. फिर से राधे राधे बोलिए श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की. हाँ, ये हुआ ना बात. My most humble pranams to each one of you, dear devotees. Now devotees, let us all fold our hands in the prayer mode and sit up straight. Take a deep breath in, Ra, breathe out, Dhe. Shake off all the material mundane thoughts from your minds. Nobody is an atheist sitting here. कोई नास्तिक नहीं है जो यहाँ बैठा है. क्योंकि मंदिर में आप लोग आए हो, रासेश्वरी राधा रानी के धाम पर आए हो, तो नास्तिक नहीं आ सकता. आस्तिक को ही लाया जाता है. अगर नास्तिक है तो तुरंत उसको बहाया जाएगा यहाँ से. राधा जी बहाएगी, हम नहीं. तो इसलिए जब सब आस्तिक हो, सब भगवत प्रेमी हो, तो फिर सभी को तत्व ज्ञान जरूर ग्रहण करना चाहिए. यह नहीं कि दर्शन करके बस भाग जाना. दर्शन करके चले जाने वाला तो यही ऐसा मूर्ख है कि वो सोचता है मैं एक बोरा चीनी ले जा करके और पूरे खारे समुद्र को मीठा कर दूंगा. ऐसा बेवकूफ कब सुख पाएगा जिंदगी में? कभी नहीं. और हम चाहते हैं सुख. हम कहते हैं माता रानी, हे श्री राधा रानी, हे गुरुदेव मुझ पर कृपा करो. कहां से कृपा कर दे? Thus, none of us are atheists here. Shri Kishori Ji has inspired us to come to Radha Madhav Dham. So those of you who think that, oh no, I've just come here for darshan, you are such a fool. Just like that person who takes a bag of sweets, sweet sugar, and tries to pour it in the ocean, thinking that I'll make and turn the entire ocean sweet. Seeking for grace of God. to be happy in life. How can that individual ever be happy, man? Never. Never. That ignorant does not realize that mere darshan is not going to give him anything or give her anything. We need to understand the tattva gyan, the philosophy. And that is why you need to sacrifice and dedicate your time in order to listen to what is being spoken here. Because I'm not going to gossip. And I'm not going to tell you anything garbage. And I'm not angry with any one of you. You may be thinking, oh God, what has Didiji drunk today? Why is she so fiery today? Because I love you all. To the core of my heart, I do love you all. In the heart of my heart, each one of you present here is giving me so much of joy and thrill that you have sacrificed your most precious time in this most precious human life to walk into Radha Madhav Dham temple. So why don't you just give little bit more time? Sacrifice little bit more of those material, worldly pleasures of the senses. Sit and drink the divine nectar of the divine love philosophy. This will take us very far. It will take us to our ultimate goals of our life. So let us all, beautiful souls, dear devotees, fold our hands in the prayer mode. Take a good look at the divine form of our most beloved, beautiful form of Sri Radharani, Sri Krishna, placed on the altar. The graceful form of Gurudev. Capture the form of the Lord in your hearts and minds. Close your eyes. Keep that form in your heart and mind. By closing your eyes, you will not be distracted by the movements around you. It will help us concentrate and focus our thoughts exclusively on the form of God. Remembering the divine form of God, doing Roop Dhyan, let us all pay our most humble obeisance at the divine lotus feet of our supreme divine beloved Lord, and then we shall proceed further with the program this morning. Manatha Shri Jagannathu Madguru Shri Jagadguru Madatma Sarva Bhutatma Kripalur Gurave Namah. Guru Raradhanadishcha Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Partaram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Radha Karavachita Pal Madhurasthali Ke Radha Yasho Mukharamat Khagavali Ke Radha Vihar Vipine Ramatam Manomi. Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Puravam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvam Hadeva Matma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshur Vai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Anand Kanda Satchidanand Shri Krishna Chandra Charanaravinda Makaranda Milinda Mahanubhav. The blessed souls, eternal and divine. Let us all chant the chant, Tum mere the mere ho, mere rahoge, and then I'll proceed with my explanation on this chant where I had stopped yesterday. तुम मेरे थे मेरे हो मेरे रहोगे बहकू ना अब बहकाने से तुम मेरे थे मेरे हो मेरे रहोगे बहकू ना अब बहकाने से जब समझ प्रेम में डूब गई तब क्या होगा समझाने से जब समझ प्रेम में डूब गई तब क्या होगा समझाने से तुमको ही तन मन धन अर्पण तुमको ही तन मन धन अर्पण तुम ही मेरे जीवन धन तुमको ही तन मन धन अर्पण तुम ही मेरे जीवन धन तन मन धन अर्पण तुम ही मेरे जीवन धन अब पीछे नहीं हटेगा पग पिया बिरहा चोट उर खाने से अब पीछे नहीं हटेगा पग पिया बिरहा चोट उर खाने से अब पीछे नहीं हटेगा पग पिया बिरहा चोट उर खाने से अब पीछे नहीं हटेगा पग पिया बिरहा चोट उर खाने से दे दो ऐसी बिरहा वेदना दे दो ऐसी बिरहा वेदना ओ मिटी जाए मम अहम चेतना मिट जाए मम अहम चेतना दे दो ऐसी बिरहा वेदना मिट जाए मम अहम चेतना दे दो ऐसी बिरहा वेदना मिट जाए मम अहम चेतना और अधिक चमकेगा सोना पुनी पुनी अग्नि तपाने से और अधिक चमकेगा सोना पुनी पुनी अग्नि तपाने से आया ना मुरली वारे आया ना पुकारे,
रो रो कर हम तुम्हें पुकारे,
रो रो कर हम तुम्हें पुकारे,
रो रो कर हम तुम्हें पुकारे।
आया ना मुरली वारे, रो रो कर हम तुम्हें पुकारे,
आया ना मुरली वारे, रो रो कर हम तुम्हें पुकारे।
प्रेम बढ़ेगा छिन छिन मेरा, यूं तेरे तड़पाने से,
प्रेम बढ़ेगा छिन छिन मेरा, यूं तेरे तड़पाने से।
पिया तुमसे ही प्रीति लगाई,
पिया तुमसे ही प्रीति लगाई,
पर झोली भी संग नहीं लाई,
पर झोली भी संग नहीं लाई।
पिय तुमसे ही प्रीति लगाई, पर झोली भी संग नहीं लाई,
प्रिय तुमसे ही प्रीति लगाई, पर झोली भी संग नहीं लाई।
एक बार लगा लो सीने से, एक बार लगा लो सीने से, बलिहार जाऊं अपनाने से,
एक बार लगा लो सीने से, बलिहार जाओ अपनाने से।
एक बार लगा लो सीने से, बलिहार जाऊं अपनाने से,
एक बार लगा लो सीने से, बलिहार जाओ अपनाने से।
चाहे ममयालिंगन कर लो,
चाहे मम आलिंगन कर लो,
चाहे मम प्राणन ही हर लो,
चाहे मम प्राणन ही हर लो,
चाहे जी भर कर तड़पालो मोही काम श्याम गुण गाने से, चाहे
जी भर कर तड़पालो
मोही काम
श्याम गुण गाने से।
तुम मेरे थे मेरे हो मेरे रहोगे, So dear devotees, तुम मेरे थे मेरे हो मेरे रहोगे. Here, a sincere devotee who has now understood the one philosophy, the one thing that needs to be known is now known. The one thing that changes the entire life, that makes the entire change in a life of a sadhak, especially of a devotee. The decision that there is no happiness in this world, and a firm faith and understanding that, O my supreme divine beloved Lord, O my Guru, O my Govinda, you were mine, you are mine, and only you shall always remain to be mine. The soul's eternal relationship is exclusively with God, the soul being part, being fraction of God. In detail, I discussed this philosophy with all of you yesterday. Mamaivansho jivaloke jivabhutah sanatana. 15th chapter 7th verse Bhagavad Gita. Amritasvai putraha. Our one and only relationship is with God. The physical relationship, the bodily relationship is all temporary and thus is false. False because it is short-lived. It's temporary. All the physical relationships that we have, starting with the body itself, and everything and every person and object related to this body, whom we have ignorantly understood to be ours, to be mine, is false. Very temporary and transient is this human body. So much so that when the soul expires from this body, the same people who claim to us that they cannot live without us, they will be the ones who will take the body out to be burnt and buried. Nobody would keep the body, the dead body, in the house, in the china cabinet, where all the most precious of the ornaments are kept. No. This dead body is not even equal to those ornaments in your china cabinet. Oh no. Rigor mortis sets in and the body starts to rot and decay. Who wants to keep the body? In fact, if anything, we'll be fear-stricken seeing the body in the house. That, oh God, what if the spirit comes life? The ghost. जा दिन मन पंछी उड़ी जई हैं तो ता दिन तेरे तन तरोवर के सबे पात झरी जई हैं जा दिन मन पंछी उड़ी जई हैं और ता तिरिया सो प्रीति घनेरी सो देखी देखी डरई हैं जा दिन मन पंछी उड़ी जई हैं और घर के कहे बेगी हो काढ़ो भूत बनी को खई है जा दिन मन पंछी उड़ी जई हैं. So realization, acceptance, realization and understanding with the acceptance of the temporary transient nature of this human body and every physical relation to be just mere mirage, false, ever changing. However, the soul and the soul's relation is eternal with God. It was, it is, and will always remain, whether we accept it or we don't. Whether we realize and accept this truth or we don't, the truth is not going to change. However, realizing this truth, accepting it, understanding it firmly, and making a firm decision that I as the individual soul, my only one relationship is with God, will make the whole lot of a difference. It will enable us to attain our ultimate aim of happiness. One decision will change our lives in a very, very divine way, blissful way, blissful way. Fill us with love and happiness. Even in this world we will be always smiling. And people will stop and ask you, how come you are smiling all the time? All the time. Sometimes people stop me in the airport just to tell me that I love your smile. And I'm taken by surprise. I'm shocked because I don't even realize that I was smiling or I'm smiling all the time. Your heart will be thrilled with joy just with this feeling, with this realization that He is with me all the time. Good or bad. Then you'll be even getting angry and you'll be smiling. You won't believe this, right? Seems like a joke. It's the truth. I've seen my master. Thus, you were mine, you are mine, you'll always remain mine. This one firm decision. And then, further on, I had stopped at the place where I had talked to you all about the love. That true love, the true love which only and only is for the beloved, for beloved's happiness. Your way is my way. Your wish is my wish. Your desire is my desire. तेरी इच्छा में इच्छा बनाती रहूं और तेरे सुख में ही सुख नित पाती रहूं. बाढ़े भक्ति निष्काम नित मेरी, ना भुक्ति ना ही मुक्ति मांगू मैं. No materialistic pleasures, right up to the abode of Brahma and right up to the position of the creator Brahma. No wish and no desire for worldly, material, mic pleasures. And no wish and desire for moksha, for liberation, where I, the soul, may merge in the supreme soul, the absolute Brahm, the impersonal Brahm. No. My unconditional, unselfish love, the unadulterated love, the unalloyed love, the unflinching love and devotion at your divine lotus feet may continuously just increase, my Lord. To see you always smiling, happy when you see me at your service, in your service, rendering seva at your divine lotus feet. That's it. Never ever, even in dream, I may cause pain and hurt you, my love, my beloved. The only desire in my heart is to always see you happy. You are bliss, but for me, the my individual soul, the imperfect being, I want to see you always happy. You are happiness, but I want to see you happiness means let my ego be crushed completely. Let me drown in that ocean of love. Love, which is that sea, that infinite sea of not being. So only you and you and you. However, my Lord, I have come to your doorsteps. I've come to you seeking for love, trying to build this relationship between I, the soul, and you strong. But I have not come with my vessel, with any vessel. The vessel that will contain that love is not brought with me. Because the vessel that I have is my antahakaran, my mind, my intellect. And it is already filled. It's not even empty. It's not empty, it's filled. It is filled with the Mayic material filth. Maya, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic, gunas, attributes, qualities, people, object of this nature is already over-brimming and flowing in my heart, in my mind. My container is overfilled with the mic, our guns, my qualities. The vessel is not there. And if it is there, it is filled. And the vessel is not even ready. Ready in the sense, it will be nectar in a sieve, my Lord, if you pour your love, your grace unto my heart and mind. I know you're always showering your grace, but it is getting all. Poured away. Why? There are lots of holes. It's filled with the holes of my mind, my intellect is filled with the holes. My vessel is filled with the holes of pap, of transgressions, spiritual transgressions, sins. पापों के भंडार भरा है अंतःकरण में, तो जो पात्र है उसमें छेद है, बहुत छेद. तो पात्र तो संग लाया नहीं, झोली तो संग लाया नहीं, और आ गया मांगने आपसे प्रेम, करने आ गया भक्ति. I've come to practice devotion with the expectation, with the hope, with the desire to receive your love, to receive your devotion. But where? I've not brought the container, the vessel with me. Now remember one thing, devotion, love, worship, your prayers to the Lord needs to be done exclusively with the mind. Bhakti man se ho नित गोविंद राधे, अभाव निष्काम अनन्य बता दे. इमी मन शुद्ध हो तो गोविंद राधे, मन को स्वरूप शक्ति दिव्य बना दे. तब दिव्य मन में दे गोविंद राधे, गुरु हिलादिनी सार प्रेम बता दे. तब जीव पाले निज गोविंद राधे, तब जीव पाएगा अपना निज, वो सेवा, वो धाम, वो भगवान को. So, it's the mind, it's the antahkaran, it's the intellect. That is the container, that is the vessel, which is already polluted, filled with all sorts of dirt, filth of Maya. So I have not brought this patra, my Lord. So what are you trying to say to the Lord? Give me a new one? No, no. No new mind is ever going to be given to any sadhak, any aspirant, any devotee. Then, please, help me make this mind of mine, clean. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Nirmal man jan so mohi pava, mohi kapat chal Chedra na bhava, kapat, chal, chidra, all this cunningness, all this double play, all this split personality, all this kind of mischief, impurities of Maya, the deception, the cheat that we are filled with is not going to lead us to attain our divine beloved, to visualize, even to see even our divine beloved. We need absolutely clean, pure heart and mind. And how do we make it clean and pure? Should we ask God to make it clean? You can ask, but it's of no use. Why? God helps those who help themselves. So how do we help ourselves clean this mind? Ayana murali ware ro ro kar hum tumhe pukare prem badhega छिन छिन मेरा यूं तेरे तरपाने से. Keep making me burn in the agony, in the desire, in the want of you, my Lord, in your separation. The charcoal loses its blackness only when fire penetrates through it. My heart, when it will desperately continue to long for you, like that person who seeks for life when he is drowning under waters. Gasping, seeking for life. When my longing becomes so desperate, like the dying person gasping for breath, like the fish without water, flopping and floundering for life. When my longing for you, when my cry for you will become so desperate, all those tears that would be shed in your want, in your desire, in your longing is never going to go waste. Now I have realized this through my Guru's grace. Every single drop of tear that is shed in your longing, in your want, is only going to wash away my sins. It's only going to purify my heart more and more and more. Asuvan seech, seech, prem, bel, boi. Chup, chup, mira roe, dard na jane koi. That pain in your longing, no one apart from you shall know about. Quietly, every moment, I will shed tears in your longing. I do not seek for anything, and I shall not seek for anything, my beloved. I don't want any aspect of this world anymore. Enough is enough. Uncountable lives, it was only the mic. Now there is only one desire in my heart, and that is you. And that single tear drop is so powerful. One single teardrop is so powerful that it starts to cleanse the heart, purify the mind. So the more I shed tears, whether you come or not, I'll be waiting for you with this faith that one day you surely will come. You will come. I always get inspired, my beloved, with Mata Shabri and with the maidens of Braj, the gopis. You left Vrindavan and never came back. At the age of 12, you were gone. And you never ever came back to Vrindavan. The gopis continued, waiting for your return, loving you more and more and more in every fraction second of their lives. They never gave up. They held strong faith. They could not even leave their bodies in case you would return. They kept their bodies for you. Getting inspired by this Braj Gopis' prem, love, I will continue to love you with the same kind of await and faith. Mata Shabri was 7 years of age when she started looking forward to meet her beloved Ram. And she became an old lady of the age of 90 plus. 90 plus. And the Lord had not come yet. But not even a single moment in her life passed by where she lost her faith and did not hold the faith that he will come. He will come. And Lord Ram had to come. He did come. Up till now, my Lord, I'll do satsang and bhajan for just few moments, and then I'll sit and cry, and then I'll think, oh, I don't know whether God really exists or not. I don't know whether he's going to really listen to my cry or not. Does he really come? I doubted. Sanshayatma binashyati. 4th chapter, 39 and 40th verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Agyascha shaddadanascha sanshayatma vinashyati. Skeptical minded person never progresses in life. This doubt is not going to lead us anywhere. Now I've realized I was never ever chanting your holy name. I did lots of kirtan, Radhe 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 Ram 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 Ram. Here too we do lots of kirtan. But in fact the truth is that we never chant the name of God. Why? Singing Ram 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 Radhe Radhe is not chanting the name of God. No, it's simply chanting name. You are simply singing name. Name. That's it. नाम गा रहे हो आप लोग. नाम संकीर्तन नहीं करते हम लोग. भगवान का नाम नहीं गाते हम लोग. हम केवल नाम गाते हैं. We only take name and sing name. We don't do the name chanting of the divine beloved. Why? Because when we say Ram Ram, when we say Radhe Radhe, when we say Krishna Krishna, the first and the foremost thing is to bring God right in front of you. Your divine beloved, not as God, but as your beloved. With the relationship that you have already established or you are trying to establish with the Lord. Whether it is of Dasya Bhav or Sakhya Bhav or Vatsalya Bhav or Madhurya Bhav. Whether that relationship with you and your beloved Krishna is of the master-servant relationship, or whether that relationship you are building with your Lord is of eternal companion and friendship, or you are building a relationship with your Lord, He the Father and I the child is what I have been always knowing, but He the child and I the Father, He the child and I the mother, like Mother Yashoda, Vatsalya Bhav. Or whether it is that topmost, highest relationship which includes all the relations with you, my beloved, lover, beloved relationship. You, my beloved, are your pining lover. First, with this relationship, we need to bring him. present, looking at me, smiling, angry, because I'm not doing my Roop Dhyan, and doing your Roop Dhyan. And then you take the name. Just like in the material world, when you say, Nancy, Nancy Fancy. Which Nancy? 10 Nancy's stand up. No, not you, no, not you, no, not you, no, not you. You knock down 9 Nancy's. Sit down. The one Nancy that you were calling, you say, yes, you. How did you know out of the 10 Nancys that you were only calling this particular Nancy? Because the Roop Dhyan. Roop means the form. Dhyan means the thought, the concentration of that form. The focus of that form was already in your mind. Before you took the name, you knew exactly Nancy, the one who looks like this, the one who is wearing this kind of dress today, whose hair is short or long, whatever. And then you take the name. The form comes first and then the name in the world. Likewise, the form of the Lord first to come before you, and then you take the name. Then it is not only taking name, but it is divine name chanting. Then it is known as Nam Sankirtanam. Otherwise, Kali Nam Garyo. And only name is not going to give us any result. It is not going to cleanse our heart and mind. Chanting the glories of the Lord's name with Roop Dhyan, with the form of God, and with that feeling, with that bhav, with that relationship, with those sentiments, with that kind of love and devotion when we chant the holy name, only then tears would be shed automatically, and the heart would be cleansed. Otherwise, no tears. Why would you shed tears when you are just simply taking name? Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, without any bhav, without any feeling? There won't be any tears. And then you'll say, Didiji, I'm trying to cry, but I can't cry. You're not even trying to cry, come on. Trying to cry means bringing Roop Dhyan, doing Roop Dhyan, bringing the form of the Lord. Building that relationship. Exclusively focusing on your beloved. How do we sing the name? Oh, he's come. He's coming. Who's playing the dollar? She's singing. He's dancing. She's dancing. This is where the mind is going. And we are singing. You are only singing the name. You're not doing divine name chanting. So devotion needs to be done by the mind. Practiced by the mind. And continuously, not only when you are present in this hall and then you are singing the name of the Lord and then tata bye bye. I'll see you when I'll see you, Radha Rani and Gurudev. When did you come? How are you? What are you doing? What is cooked? And all the Maya thing again. Like the elephant's bath. Takes a good bath, the elephant, and then goes and rolls itself in the dirt. So you chanted the glories of the Lord's name. Suppose you did the proper name chanting by doing Roop Dhyan, and then once you stop chanting and you go out there, wrap yourself up with Maya again. All the muck again. No, continuous should be this Dhyan. All the time, everywhere. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha to mai arpito mano buddhir mame vaishasa sanshaya. 8th chapter 7th verse of Bhagavad Gita. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Lord Krishna says Arjun, and through Arjun he's teaching us. Arjun already is pakaya. His decision is firm. He's already fallen in love with God. अब समझाने से कोई काम नहीं आएगा. जब प्रेम समझ में डूब गई तो क्या होगा समझाने से? He doesn't need any explanation because he's fallen in love and drowned in the love of Sri Krishna. But through Arjun, the Lord is taking this opportunity to reveal to us the secrets of devotion. So the Lord is saying here in 8th chapter 7th verse of Bhagavad Gita, O Arjun, you at all times, tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. You, sarveshu means all times, everywhere, every moment. Kaleshu means time. Ma manusmara. Only remember me. Do sumiran to me. Keep me in your thoughts. Focus your mind exclusively in me all the time. How? By offering me your mind and intellect. How do we offer mind and intellect? By banging our head on the ground? No. By saying, my Lord, I'm offering my mind to you? No. By continuously, constantly, and consistently. Continuous, constant, consistent should be our remembrance of the Lord. All the time realizing everywhere, at every place, at every moment, no matter what the situation is, painful or very pleasurable moment, all the time He is with me, He's watching me, He's seated in me, all the time. So after chanting, when you go out, He's there with me. And a person comes and says, Radhe, 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 and you know your Lord is there watching you. You are greeting Radhe, Radhe, very nice. But you're not getting lost in that person, forgetting your Lord. And then you're going to the dining hall, sitting and eating your food. Radhe, Radhe. That's why devotees try to keep the TV on in the dining hall, running with all beautiful, beautiful memories of Radha Madhav Dham, presence of the Lord, etc., is shown there of Guru, God, through the TV channels in our dining hall. So, now talking. Nobody has to tell you. You will be so deep. You will be so immersed. You will be so absorbed in your devotion, in your love, in your yearning for your beloved, that everything sounds very bitter to you. All the talks, everything sounds very bitter to you. The only one sweet thing is your sweet remembrance of your sweetest divine beloved. Nobody will have to tell you all this. You'll experience this. Anubhava rupam. Prem is anubhava rupam. As Narad Ji says in Narad Bhakti Darshan, I had explained to you Sutra number 54 and 52. You'll start to experience this sweetness. So, name chanting with Rup Dhyan, and the mind is the one that needs to do this. Only the mind is responsible for all the actions, right from the Vedas to the Ramayana. Chetah khalvasya bandhaya muktaya chatmano matam bhagavatam mahapuran. Mani eva manushya, there are multi-million of them. When I say multi-million, it's an exaggeration. It means there are tens of these mantras in the Vedas explaining about how mind alone is responsible for all the actions. We only look at the external physical act. We do not focus and concentrate on our mind. This is the one mistake we have always made, but now let us correct it. It's the mind that needs to practice devotion. It's the mind that needs always to be focused on. Mind. Antakale chamameva, wherever the mind is, that's where you'll go. That's what you'll attain. People very gladly say, you know, my father, when he was dying, he said, Ram, 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 and Bhagavad Gita was in his hand, and we were chanting Bhagavad Gita shlokas, and then he died. He must have had such a good death. How do you know? Bhagavad Gita in the hand is external. You singing Bhagavad Gita, chanting Bhagavad Gita is all external. It's you doing it. Whether you're doing it with mind or not, it's up to you, not him. Where is his mind when he was dying? He was saying Ram, Ram. Do you know his mind was in Ram? Or was he saying Ram, Ram because of the pain? Unbearable. Unbearable is extreme. That to think about God, boy, it is not impossible, but next to impossible. Only the very, very highest class of devotees who have done sadhana, when they were all well, healthy, in good form, they are the ones whose minds are already prepared, the vessel is ready. Not thinking that, oh, any moment, if I say Ram Ram, it will be all great. So, the mind, wherever it is, that's what you'll attain. Or else, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. 8th chapter 6th verse Bhagavad Gita. Or else, wherever the mind is, that's what you're gonna get. So if your mind is in the Lord, says Lord Krishna, in me, says the Lord, 8th chapter 5th verse, only then one will come to me, or else not me. At one place the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, in the entire 700 verses, one place, he says, I'm so easily attained. Very, very easy to attain me. You guys say, oh God, it is so difficult to attain God. No, the Lord himself declares that I am very easily attained. 8th chapter 14th verse of Bhagavad Gita. Ananya chetaha satatam yo mam smarati nityashah tasyaham sulabha partha sulabha. Sulabh, bahat sulabh, very easily I am attained. Tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yoginaha. That devotee who is exclusively, ananya, exclusively, no other thought in the mind apart from me, is lost in my thinking, in my remembrance. Nirantar. Lost in my thoughts. Exclusive devotion to me. Only I reside in the mind of that devotee. I'm very easily attained. Only if one can do this. So this Maya is my divine power. But one needs to, but the container is so filled with Maya. Yes, cry and long for me. That crying and longing, then you know what will happen? When we chant, and when we practice devotion, and when we start to cry and long for the Lord, build up this devotional practice. Practice it in the proper manner, then our antahakaran will start to get, our hearts and minds will start to get purified. Which means, avidya maya, when we take shelter at the feet of God and Guru, then avidya maya will be taken care of by the grace of God and Guru, based on our proper practice of devotion with the mind. Our antahkaran will start to get cleansed. Avidya maya, the ignorant aspect of maya. What is this? The rajas gun, rajogun, the rajas gun, the passionate mode of emotion, all the lust, anger, greed, etc. This attachment in the maya world. The rajas gun and the tamas gun, all the bad qualities, the evil qualities, the slothful mode of emotion, it will all be taken care of. The rajas gun and the tamas gun. It will be suppressed. However, anytime it can pop up, remember. So when we surrender to the Lord exclusively and continuously and constantly keep practicing our devotion, shedding tears in longing, in love, in devotion for the Lord, then this surrender, this cleansing of our hearts and our minds will allow the Supreme Almighty Lord to intervene in our lives in a very personal manner. He will personally then start to intervene in our hearts, in our minds, in our lives by gracing us with divine sattva. There is a divine power, a divine quality. Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratya Mam Eva. Very, very exclusive manner and also Nishkam, unconditionally. Only me, exclusive, unconditional. You don't want anything but me. Then Vishuddha Tat Sattva. Vishuddha Sattva. Vishuddha Sattva is my power with which I will intervene personally. And I will take care of Vidya Maya. No yogi, no sannyasi, no rishi, no muni, no amount of tapasyas or practices of any kind can ever take away the Gunavarika Maya. That Sattvic Maya. That Sattvic Maya is in heaven with those heavenly celestial beings, Devis and Devtas. The king of heaven, he is under Maya. Brahma, and right up to the abode of Brahma, that Sattvic Maya is there. It will only be removed by me, says the Lord. 7 chapter 14 verse. This Devi Yesha Gunamayi, this is the Sattvic Maya the Lord is talking about. Mam eva ya prapadyante to Maya metantarintite. That Maya, I will lead you across that Maya. I will do away with all Sattvic, Rajas, Sattvic Maya. Now you are free of Maya completely. But now your antahakaran, your heart, your mind, your vessel is still cannot see God. You still cannot attain God. Oh God, then what? Then not now. Then in the evening, I'm going to give another talk. And that's when you are bound to come. You have to, if you want to clean this heart and mind. Or else, forget about it. Yeah. Be in this world. Keep on rotating in the cycle of transmigration. Yeah. Who can help you? Nobody can help you. You know, once my Gurudev, Sri Maharaj Ji, he went to Gangaji, the Sangam Triveni. People go to river Ganges, you know, Mahakumbh Mela, oh God, the greatest place of pilgrimage, and the maximum amount of people who gather anywhere in the place of pilgrimage to the highest point, the highest degree is Sangam Triveni, is for that Mahakumbh Mela or Kumbh Mela. So in the entire world, there is no gathering anywhere as large as the Kumbh Mela gathering. People go to take dip in the river Ganges. So Sri Maharaj Ji was there with the devotees, and Justice Raghuval Dayal was a justice, chief justice during those time in Allahabad, and Maharaj Ji was staying at that house of that justice. So he was there, and his son was there, and the family was there, and plus all the rest of the devotees were there. So they all had gone to Ganga Ji. So everybody went to take a dip in the river Ganges and take a bath, and Sri Maharaj Ji was just standing on the banks of river Ganga. So the son of Justice Raghuveer Dayal asked his father that, Dad, why is Sri Maharaj Ji not taking a bath in the river Ganga? So the father said to the son, well, you ask him. Why are you asking me? So the son came up to Sri Maharaj Ji and said, Maharaj Ji, why aren't you coming in the water with us, in the Ganga Ji? So Maharaj Ji said, because the Vedas declare that just by the darshan of Ganga Ji, just having the darshan of Ganga Ji, just to see, to have vision, darshan, to see Ganga Ji, once heart and mind all gets purified, antahkaran shuddhi ho jati hai. So the son says, then how come everyone else is taking a bath? And why are the rest of them taking a bath? So Maharaj Ji said, because they do not have the faith. They do not have the faith in the potential and power of Ganga Ji, in the divinity of Ganga Ji. They're all taking bath in the waters of Ganga. Just the water that the snow, the ice have melted, and then it has come from Gangotri and is flowing in the form of Ganga water. They are all dipping and taking bath in the water. Who is the personality, the divine personality, Ganga? They are not aware of this truth. The divine personality Ganga, who is she? The divinity of Ganga, Ganga Mata. They don't know and they don't hold. They are ignorant and that's why they don't have any faith. So they are simply going and taking a bath in the water, a dip in the water. So no sins can be washed like that. It is your mind that needs to get immersed and absorbed in the divine, in the divinity of the divine personality, understanding the philosophy properly. And the divine needs to enter in you due to your love and devotion. Only then antahkaran shuddhi will take place. Rama hi keval prema pyara, jaan lai so jananahara. Milahi na raghupati binu anuraga, kiye yoga japa jnana viraga. You can do all the practices, but without anurag, without that love, the loving attachment with the Lord of the mind, we cannot attain God. More to come in the evening, so please do come with full force, in full form, to drink in the divine nectar and to enjoy practicing your love and devotion for your God in the proper manner and experiencing the divine bliss of the Lord. Boliye Shrimat Sadguru Sarkar ki Jai. Boliye Shrimat Yugal Sarkar ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.